Thomas Hillman, brand designer. He's been a brand designer for over 25 years. His design style is less is more, his philosophy. And it's amazing once you see these how simple good design can really be. It's pretty cool. Thomas was born in California in the 1950s, teenager of the San Francisco Bay Area and the hippie movement of the 60s. Yeah. Here's to the hippie movement of the 60s. I want to see a slide presentation on that, Thomas. That's perhaps next time in February. Drafted into the Army and married in the 70s, became a Mainer with a family in the 80s, brand designer ever since. He's seen Jimi Hendrix perform, for God's sakes. He collects 60s memorabilia, and he made a living back in the day by taking album covers and blowing them up as huge canvases, which is very cool. So, yeah, that whole free love movement. I really do want to see a presentation on that next time, if we can make that happen. Anyway, we're going to talk about brand design. Actually, Thomas Hillman.
Well, Frank pretty much summed it up. For 25 years, I've been a graphic designer, now called brand design, and we got a promotion. By the way, John, I had to use a computer to draw those. But I've always been intrigued by shapes, the simplest form of shape, and how great design can be achieved with just the use of a circle, a square, a line, in its simplest form. And that's been my style. So we're going to look at some of my logos after this. But for instance, if you look at these two marks, they're amazing to me. I mean, they're just so simple, but think about the emotion that runs through your head when you look at each of them. And there are many symbols of this sort in the world that are just used millions of times. So what I'm going to do is just show the visual portion of some of my logos and ask you to think about out loud, what does that look like to you? Does that look like anything? Has anybody seen that or get any sense of what that might be? That's actually a caregiver. That was for Intermed Healthcare, and that's the top of one of the Portland skyscrapers over by Marginal Way. How about this one? Star, pyramid, North Star retirement strategies. So the North Star combined with the pyramid to financial services. How about this guy? Integrative manual therapy. It's for a physical therapy group. It's the little guy doing the massage. This is not a martini for the madmen. Any thoughts on this? Atlantic Landscape and Design Company. Landscape Design Company. Some concrete, some dirt, some greenery. How about this? Martin's Office Products. Stacks of things. What do you think, John? How about this one? Eye checkups. Maine Vision promoting eye checkups for a TV campaign. How about this? Oil Recycling, Recycled Resources Oil Recycling Company. Any ladies know this one? Anybody? Shoes. Anybody own Trotter's shoes? Trotter's shoes. It used to be called Old Maine Trotters, and they wanted to get a much more contemporary feel for the horse. How about this? program called Paper to eDoc, converting paper to electronic documents on the computer. That's Brown and Myers. That's a local company.
That's right.
How about this? This was done before Unums put their thing on there. You know. Customer connections, where the customer is the center of their marketing strategies. Customer connections. Another horse. Passion rides a mad horse. Back in 1985, that was done with a fine point magic marker. So I did have an occasion to work with Mad Horse for about 10 years, and we did posters for all their performances. I want to recognize Bruce Hutchison is the illustrator on this. I don't think Bruce is here. He's too famous. But all this work was donated, and Bruce did some phenomenal work. He donated every year. Another one by Bruce Hutchison, for all my sons. Printing, too. Printing was donated by Dale Rand Printing. Dale donated for 10 years, 5 times a year. So thanks to Dale for that as well. Another artist that I like a lot, Marianne Lloyd. Marianne, are you here? Too famous. You'll see Marianne's work on Hannaford's recycled reuse bags there, the cloth bags. That's her work as well. And another project I had a fun time with working with Marianne on was, this is a 100% compostable food scrap bag developed by scientists in Woods End Labs. And we had some fun wrapping around some really cool graphics and made the information fun to look at. How about this guy? Scuba diving for people with disabilities. Zero Gravity Diving Center. I think he trademarked that. I hope he did. That's all. Oh, and I just wanted to come back. This is the next to the last slide. Again, the power of graphics and how simple these two marks are. Coming back to what Frank said, peace and love. Used millions of times for many, many years, and probably hopefully many years ahead of us. I like those so much. I merged them together into a T-shirt design. And at the end of this month, I have a new line of T-shirts coming out called Embody Peace, all about peace. So check them out. Thank you very much.